If you're tragically confused about how to choose a healthy junk food at the grocery store, save this video and watch it on repeat. Hey everyone, I'm Abbey Sharp. Welcome to Abby's Kitchen. Today I'm going to be walking you through my rules for choosing healthier packaged or processed foods, or what diet culture loves to call junk. You've probably heard the advice, shop the perimeter of the store and avoid all the packaged food in the middle. And sure, unprocessed whole foods should ideally make up the bulk of our diet. But for most busy working folks, this is bullshit advice that fails to accommodate how most people eat and shop.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I'm a realistic RD and also a very busy woman myself, and I am vehemently against fear-mongering packaged food. So today I'm going to walk you through some key categories and help you understand what I ideally look for when making a choice. I also want to quickly point out here that the snacks or foods that don't meet all of my criteria are not bad. Sometimes the best option is one that ticks only one of my boxes. And sometimes it will tick none of the boxes, and the best option will be the one that's on sale or that I'm craving. Price and pleasure are very important valid choice determinants as well. But when choice can be freely made, these are some things that I personally look for at the store. Also, if you're not already subscribed, please consider it. It really does help me out. And hit up my description for my free Hunger Crushing Combo ebook and for a link to order my new supplement, New Theories 2-in-1 Plant-Based Probiotic Protein Powder. Okay, let me quickly tell you about my sponsor, Bespoke Post. There is something really exciting about getting something in the mail that isn't a bill or a junk flyer. And the box of awesome I get every month with my Bespoke Post membership is such a treat. Basically, Bespoke Post is the monthly membership club that delivers a themed box of top shelf goods from under the radar brands. Every month they introduce their members to really cool new products. The way it works is that you fill out a personalized quiz. So they've got clothes, cool homeware, camping and cooking and cocktail gear, lots of unique kits to explore. And 90% of the products come from small brands, many of which are based in the United States. They now also offer a new membership program where you can basically get really great deals all year round. I'm talking like 30% off or more sometimes. And it's totally free to join. You can also preview your shipment before it sends, so you can choose to keep it, swap out the products, or skip the entire month at no charge. You literally only pay for what you want. And like I said, it's totally free to join. This month I got the julep kit, which comes with these really gorgeous julep cups and straws, a little crushed ice tray, simple syrup, and a muddler. I got the Explore kit, which includes a packable backpack, water bottle, LED headlamp, plus snacks. And finally, the Last Call kit with a variety of fun little cocktail mixers, simple syrups, a basil shrub, and a garnish kit for making fancy cocktails on the fly. So basically, I just have to stock up on some vodka and canned goods, and I'm prepared for the apocalypse. No, but seriously, Bespoke Post also makes for an amazing gift for those hard to buy for friends. So if you want to get something in the mail that's actually fun, check out the link in my description and use my promo code ABBYGIFT, or go to bespokepost.com/ABBYGIFT. Bespoke is also giving my fans a free mystery gift with their first membership purchase, so now is a really great time to try it out. All right, let's talk crackers. I have never met a cracker I didn't like, but let me show you what makes a cracker a dietitian's fave. So first of all, let's talk ingredients. The first ingredient should ideally be whole grain like wheat or oat, or if it's gluten-free or grain-free, a nutrient-dense base like nuts or seeds. And we will always give bonus points for any kind of nutritious little additions like flax, chia, sesame seeds, hemp seeds, crushed nuts, etc. All of which will help bump up the satiety factor and hunger-crushing compounds. Now for the nutritionals, I like to think about the rule of threes. In an ideal world, I'd like to see at least 3 grams of fiber, 3 grams of protein, and less than 3 grams of sugar per serving. And I'm looking specifically for added sugars, not total carbohydrates, which we would expect would be much higher in a grain-based cracker. So let's talk about some of my faves. So Mary's Gone crackers are one of the OG dietitian approved crackers. They have a super simple ingredient list. They're pretty easy to find in most most stores, and they've got lots of healthy fats, protein, and fiber. Now, Hippie Snacks almond crisps have almonds as the first ingredient, plus they've got a really amazing banana bread flavor that's crazy delicious too. But these have an impressive 5 grams of protein, and they are super thin and crunchy. Now, Nude Everything Flax Crackers really does have like everything. They're jam-packed with nutritious ingredients with 5 grams each of protein and fiber and lots of healthy fats. Now, Triscuit Low Sodium doesn't meet all of my criteria, but if you don't like nuts and seeds and you just want like a simple, inexpensive cracker, these are super nutritious and we always have them on hand for my kids. And finally, the Crunchmaster Protein Snack Crackers. Now, this is for my Costco lovers because you can actually get them in bulk there, but these have 5 grams of protein, 3 grams of fiber, and they are absolutely crunchtastic. All right, let's move on to my favorite category, cereal. So anyone who knows me knows that I'm a cereal fiend. It's basically my lifelong ADHD fixation. Sometimes what I do is I mix like a more nutritious cereal, like the ones we're about to go through, with a more fun cereal, so I get the satisfaction of whatever I'm craving with the power to keep me full. So first of all, again, I'm looking for whole grains or legumes with special shout outs to like Wheat Bran, which has unique benefits for regularity and gut health. I'm generally looking for at least 4 grams of fiber, 3 grams of protein, and less than 9 grams of added sugar. The more sugar there is, the higher my expectation for the fiber. So these two things have to do a little song and dance for it to present as a very nutritious choice. So these are some of my go-tos. Call me a grandma, but good luck prying my all bran flakes out of my 37-year-old hands. These are a classic for a reason. I always have all bran flakes in my house because it has just like a hint of sweetness, but it packs 5 grams of protein and 4 grams of fiber per serving. Now, grape nut flakes are similar to all bran with a super simple ingredients and also 5 grams of protein and 4 grams of fiber. Next is Puffins. Anyone who knows me knows that Puffins is one of my favorite cereals of all time, and I think they're a really good beginner healthy cereal because they don't taste branny. But I also love them because they've got a whole 6 grams of fiber and only 6 grams of added sugar per serving. So these are really great for the kiddos too. Now, Love Grown Power O's are a really great one for mixing with a sweeter cereal. They're made with just beans, brown rice, salt, and vitamins with an impressive 6 grams of protein, 5 grams of fiber, and no added sugar. And finally, Kashi Organic Autumn Wheat. So I grew up in a British home eating those huge, tasteless, shredded wheat bricks that required so much sugar to make palatable. If you know, you know. So the Kashi Organic Wheat cereal tastes amazing to me. Plus, it has 7 grams each of protein and fiber and only 3 ingredients. Like, glorious. Just glorious. Okay, kids, let's talk frozen pizza because DoorDash these days is getting tragically expensive and Mama still needs her no-cook night. So, not surprisingly, a thin crust pie is typically your best bet because it's going to give you more topping bang for your refined carb buck, so to speak. There are a lot of super interesting pizza crusts now that you can explore that have some added nutritional benefits. So some whole grain, some legume based, some veggie based. All these are a little bit more commonplace. I also typically go for either a simple margarita that you can then add your own veggies and protein to, or something that has vegetables already added as well. A lot of meat top pies just add a lot of sodium and saturated fat, so you're much better off just throwing on some leftover chicken or whatever you've got on hand. Also, since frozen food is typically very high in salt, I try to look for something under 750 milligrams of sodium per serving. As for the rest of the nutritionals, I try to go for a pizza that has around 300 calories per serving or less, with at least 10 grams of protein, 2 grams of fiber, and less than 4 grams of added sugar. Sauces could be an unexpected source of added sugars in pizza, so it's just something to keep an eye on. But let's take a look-see at some of my faves. So Banza now makes a margarita pizza that has a chickpea-based crust, which is why it has an impressive 16 grams of protein and 7 grams of fiber per serving. Now, Newman's Own makes a variety of thin crust pizzas that are all pretty readily available, including their Harvest vegetable that has 11 grams of protein and only 1 gram of added sugar. They also make a cauliflower crust version, which has an extra gram of fiber if you're looking for something that's gluten-free. Now, Amy's has been around for a super long time, and I think their products are generally really good. Their spinach pizza has 12 grams of protein and 2 grams of fiber and just 2 grams of added sugar per serving. Next is Alex's Awesome Sourdough Pizza. So I've seen a bunch of ads for this pizza by Alex's Awesome Sourdough, but I haven't had a chance to try it yet. So if you have, let me know in the comments below. But the crust is sourdough based, which we love since the slow fermentation process generally makes the nutrients more bioavailable and easier to digest. This mushroom one also has 12 grams of protein, 5 grams of fiber, and no added sugars, and they also make a vegan version as well. And finally, cauliflower veggie. So I'm not usually a fan of cauliflower masquerading as carbs, but cauliflower does make some good products that are pretty readily available now, especially for our gluten-free friends. And their veggie pizza has 11 grams of protein and 3 grams of fiber per serving. There are so many great frozen pizzas on the market now, so definitely leave me a comment below with your favorite. All right, let's move on to snack bars. Okay, there are lots of subcategories of snack bars. Like there are those that are straight up protein bars and those that are designed for athletes needing fast energy. My criteria for those would be very different because in the former, I would be mostly looking for an almost full dose of protein. And in the latter, I'd expect to see a lot more fast burning carbs. But when you're looking for a simple, balanced snack bar that is physically satisfying and delicious, that can help to get you from one meal to the next, this is my general criteria. So first of all, I would be trying to stick to under 6 grams of added sugar per bar, with most of the carbs, if not all of the carbs, coming from whole food sources like dried fruit over syrups. I would also want at least 5 grams of protein, 3 grams of fiber, and ideally some whole food healthy fats from things like nuts, seeds, nut butter, hemp, chia, and flax. So here are some of my go-tos. RX bars are a really great, fairly accessible option that you can find in most stores. These have a really short ingredient list of just dates, nuts, egg whites, and flavors with around 12 grams of protein and 5 grams of fiber. These bars are higher in sugars, but these are coming from natural whole food sources like dates. Now, Scout organic bars, these are the mini ones, but the Scout bars are definitely one of the best options out there. I love them for me and the little ones for the kids because they're made with dates, nuts or seeds, and freeze-dried fruit with no added sugars, 5 grams of fiber, and 10 grams of protein in the full bars each. Kind also has a lot of really delicious bars packed with different nuts and other delicious things. But when I need like a wee little snack and something that maybe has some chocolate in it, I love their minis. They have under 100 calories, 3 grams each of fiber and protein, and 2 grams of added sugars. Made with local bars are also really delicious. I discovered these years ago when they first launched, and I'm so proud that this company has really taken off. These have a really simple ingredient list with 7 grams of protein and 4 grams of fiber per bar, and they're super delicious. Next are naked bars. So I first discovered these in the UK at like a country gas station, and I think they're really, really good. They have an ingredient list that's very similar to RX bars without the eggs, so they are fully vegan. So they're basically just dried fruit, nuts, salt, and flavor with 5 grams of protein and 2 to 3 grams of fiber per bar. And finally, Lara Bar. So Lara Bar is another option that's pretty easy to find. They've got the minis and the full-size bars made with just dates, fruits, nuts, and flavor. A full-size bar has about 5 grams of protein, 4 grams of fiber, and 4 grams of added sugar. Woo! And finally, if you are a crunchy snack queen or king, let's talk about some of my faves. I'm never gonna tell you to give up on your favorite chips. But there are a lot of innovative new chip-like snacks that do offer some additional benefits for the obligatory crunch. So generally what I'm looking for is something that is whole grain or legume based with less than 15% of your daily value for sodium, which you can see in the nutrition label right here. And basically we're going back to the rule of threes. At least 3 grams of protein, 3 grams of fiber, and less than 3 grams of added sugar. Some of these new chip-like products will be higher in protein or fiber fiber, but not both. So in that case, I would want to see at least 6 grams of whichever is the focused nutrient. So here are some of my favorite crunchy snacks. So Hippie's Nacho Vibes are actually chickpea flour based and fully vegan with 3 grams each of fiber and protein. Picasa chickpea chips are also chickpea based, and the Honey Dijon is elite, but these have an impressive 8 grams of protein and 4 grams of fiber per serving. Lesser Evil Himalayan popcorn. I mean, anyone who knows me knows that I basically keep this company in business. They have lots of different kind of like puffs and other snacky foods too, but I am a forever fan of their simple Himalayan popcorn, which tastes so buttery and salty, but it's actually fully vegan with 4 grams of fiber and 2 grams of protein in 3 cups. And let's be real, I'm eating way more than that per sitting. Next, these I Want protein puffs are also pretty good with an impressive 10 grams of protein and 5 grams of fiber per serving. And finally, Harvest Snap Peas. So these crispy little peas are a staple in my house. I can even find them at my local dollar store for super cheap. And I also think that Trader Joe's makes a similar product called Contemplates Inner Peas. Super cute name. But anyway, these are literally made out of peas, and they've got an impressive 9 grams of protein and 7 grams of fiber per serving. Awesome for the kiddos too. A quick reminder that packaged foods that don't meet these criteria are not bad. They just might not be as nutritious or keep you as satiated for as long. But that doesn't mean that we shouldn't eat them if we love them. This is simply to serve as a guideline for what to look for when choosing a snack food that you incorporate more often into your daily diet. But leave me a comment below with some of your favorite brands in these categories. And on that note, that's all that I have for you guys today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give this video a like and a thumbs up, and hit up my description to order my brand new 2-in-1 plant-based probiotic protein powder. And I'll see you next time on Abby's Kitchen. Bye!